The last video, it was very interesting, to say the least. But wait, there's more. It's wild, right? Because when we be having these conversations, a lot of times, if you notice, like once we get off the live and it's over, which a lot of people that's new here, you'll see that basically what I do is I do all my videos live. This is just how I like to do it. I like to do it live so I can have the interactions in real time. And you feel me? I like that part about doing live. So once we got off the live, like you'll notice this too, is that once yeah, we back, bro. Come on now. Look, I might be new to these topics, but I'm true to this. Once I get started, it's over. Once I get started, it's over. We're gonna run this thing for a whole year until we get an understanding. That's all I'm saying. But if you notice, once we stop with the lives, you start to see the stuff you just was talking about, and you just like, wait, hold on, bro. Like, how could? Okay, I think I wasn't seeing it at first is because the other things that I was into, but now I'm seeing it, and half the stuff we talk about that we talked about on the live, I seen in these videos, and I said, okay, I said I'm gonna have to go and run another live to this one. This gonna be the last one though. Maybe until tonight, depending on how long this one go. Maybe until tonight. And I do thank the ones that donated to the channel. I don't ask for donations, but it always helps. It's okay if you don't. If you don't donate, you're donating by watching the video and by hitting that like button, by sharing. You feel me? To me, that's always enough. But if you do donate, I appreciate that too. Now we're about to take it a little further. You feel me? I know, right? Hey, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've been loving it because it's shedding light on on a lot of stuff. You feel me? Like people be talking mess, and and it be about us while replicating what we are. And I've seen this over time. We didn't seen it through all the years of our life. We didn't seen it. And it was a lot of celebrities I didn't even know that they was immigrants. I already knew about a lot of the politicians and different things like that, but a lot of other things I've been seeing here I didn't know, and I'm seeing it, and and it's shedding light on the truth, bro. And it be the people be scared of the truth, but it is what it is. You feel me? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it. I think I just keep it simple because that's the way. I want to get an understanding. All right. I want people to understand me when I talk. I don't need to be all complicated in my words. I've been doing this YouTube thing for 7 years. So y'all just now getting here. And I thank you. I thank everybody that popped in. I thank everybody that's, sharing videos with me, that's opening this can of worms that I'm barely just opening now, because I'm shedding this light on other people that didn't know like I did. So, I'm still learning as I go, but it's dope and I love it. And I thank everybody as always. Let's go on and get into this video, because this one is about to be off the chain, because I got two of them. But remember, I was telling you about, because y'all just let me know about tethers and cosplaying, and now I'm seeing people are doing this. Even with what I'm doing right here, people are doing this, and they're not us, but they speaking on us. This is big. It's just crazy. But let's go. Here we go.
Rolling back segregation. What are we going to do?
Not one goddamn thing. Not one goddamn thing. I speak for myself, just my personal opinion. But I've been speaking about this, and I spoke to leaders. And everybody I speak to say it's probably going to be the best thing that ever can happen to black people. A mandate for us to unite with our consumption power. We got the greatest consumption power in the world. And you gonna mandate us to unite?
Exactly.
Yeah. Ever since we integrated, our economic state has been worse.
I told you,
our families have been torn apart. And when we made a decision to chose that, we got what we got now. And everybody that I see, that's why you don't hear no outcry from black people about this new executive order about segregation. I don't think we give a damn about it.
I tell you, all my black people are understanding the assignment about this segregation stuff. Y'all are understanding the assignment. It's like we all are in we're all united. Like, we understand the assignment. Like, we get it, right? So I seen a video today by a non-Black person, right? And she was saying, they're trying to bring back segregation. What are we going to do, right? Like, we have to help, yada, 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 right? And so every Black person I see in the comments, like, we ain't doing nothing. We finna go line dancing. Everybody like, I need to give me some boots. I need to figure out how to do the where them fans at dance. They was like, we taking naps, baby. I done booked my vacation.
Yeah, it got the whole world shook. It's wild, right? Because, see, it's okay when other people segregate themselves from us. But when we take it upon ourselves to do that, to delineate from everybody else, it's like, oh, now it's a problem. You feel me? It's a big problem.
And everybody's in the comments, and the lady's like, oh my gosh. She was like, yeah, I get it, but ma'am, listen, we do not care. We need to bring that sound back, because we're not doing nothing at all. Like, we ain't playing into the trap. We know what y'all want. We not doing it. We ain't got no capes.
We ain't got no more time.
We
got
capeless.
no more time.
We not Captain Saving nobody.
Exactly.
Do it. Do what you want to do. Y'all been doing what y'all want to do for years. Why are we not crying? Keep passing the vibe check, because y'all eating down in them comments. Love y'all. Bye.
What's even worse is the amount of people that I'm seeing commenting that are like, yeah, good. I hope he brings it back. And most of those people do not look like me. Yeah, so
they don't look like me.
I don't know why you would want that. Sounds pretty damn hateful to me. He did not bring back segregation. What he did is try to protect women and children in bathrooms. I don't see where that's a problem. I would prefer to not have to worry about being in a restroom with a man walking in. Just the thought.
I ain't cool at all.
I do have a daughter. I'd like to know that she's safe when she's in there. So, yeah. Trump did not bring back segregation. He did not bring back racial segregation for those in the back.
Hello guys, welcome back to today's episode, and thank you.
I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm just saying. I tried to told you.
Segregation, man. I already know how people of color feel in other minorities, but what about y'all? How do you feel about this? Like, are you happy? I know that's kind of like a setup, huh? Because if you're all like, yeah, and I'm like, oh, we found him. But no, I'm like curious, like, because I mean, it doesn't really affect y'all.
Rolling back segregation. What are we going to do?
They're like, yeah, good. I hope he brings it back. And most of those people do not look like me. Yeah, so I don't know why you would want that.
Them people want us to be mad so bad. I don't know. Segregation being bad don't sound too bad to me. You mean to tell me I don't have to guess if I'm actually...
Hey, that is weird that they do anything and say anything in order to try to get us angry. Like, why would they want us to be angry? Like, we is
she's
not
got reasons in it or not.
Nothing.
You mean to tell me when I walk into a bathroom, it's going to be clean with R&B playing? You mean to tell me I get to pick the best restaurants to go to? I don't have to guess. Bro, we're about to be living like the kings and queens that we are. And I feel like this is going to backfire real bad. Because realistically, we make everything. Nobody is going to want to go to the other side. Even the people that aren't on that side, but are, the ones with common sense, they're going to be so mad. Going to be on one side with the boring cookout and then looking at the other side with our cookout. And they're going to be looking like, why did y'all do this? Me personally, I feel like segregation being back is just grounds for we're about to take over everything. You know what? I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I really can't, because that sounds lit.
The reality is that Black people live very, very full lives, and white people aren't even a thought. Like, Black people tend to live their lives in a way where we do not think about what white people are doing. And that is very true. It is very factual.
At all.
A lot of Black people only interact with white people because they go to work with them, right? So if they do not work with white people and you're Black, How many times are you socializing with white people outside of work? For a lot of Black people, you don't really socialize a lot of times at work, after work, with white people. And so when you have that reality, then it begs for you to be able to go down a line of questioning, right? Which is, what is the issue with segregation? And I've seen some white people on here that was like, white people should be saying that segregation is bad. And the reality is that no, that's not really the problem, right? Yeah. Because the problem is that we were separate and not equal. That's the problem. It was the maltreatment. Because the reality is that we are no longer segregated, but yet we are still mistreated. We still are not offered the same amount of opportunities. We are still not paid the same rate. We are still not afforded the equality of it. So what white people did was, okay, fine. We will desegregate. It's fine. But once Black people entered these spaces, we were still being mistreated. And so the question could actually be, if we had equality, right? If we had equal access to buying land, equal access to be able to garner wealth, equal pay, and we were never desegregated, would desegregation actually be necessary? And there is when you take a look at what was happening with the Tulsa riot, is the fact that Black people were equal and separate, right? They had land, they had businesses, they were accruing wealth. It was the wealthiest Black community. And white people who were not a part of the community, very much separate, and yet we are equal, right? They have banks, they have people that build, they have people that, grocery stores, they have houses, they have neighborhoods, they have milkmen, they have mailmen. White people have their own neighborhoods, white people have their own businesses. White people have their own groceries. White people have their own things, separate but very much equal. And white people looked over and said, what are they doing over there? And bombed it. Right? Because otherwise, if Black people continue on prospering on their own, why would any Black person say, I need to be over there? There's an argument for that. And so then when you look further, taking a look at desegregation, right? Whose lives improved due to closer proximity of white and Black people? White people. Their lives improved. Man. Their logic improved. All of a sudden, they begin to be enlightened on the reality of the fact that they themselves were lied to. Otherwise, had they not come into proximity with Black people, there is no reason for them to believe that their ancestors ever did anything wrong. Or there's also no reason to believe that they are more like Black people than what they were told. Because many, many years ago, the Republican Party, right, they said that the way that you are able to steal from poor white people is to convince them that they're better than Black people. And if you can convince them of that, you can steal money from out of their pockets and they would never notice. So here we are, where we are no longer desegregated.
Even the ones that
and
come
you
over,
see all over this app where you have white
thing.
people that are learning a lot about historical truths that Black people already knew. We already knew these things. But you have white people on a daily that are like, I didn't know that. That's not what I was taught. I wasn't taught that, right? You have whole religious sects of people.
It'd be wild because it's like, they talk like they can't think with common sense. People act like they don't understand common sense, like it don't exist within them. But then they do. They just know that the system is helping them get by. It's helping them. Even though they know it's not helping us, as long as it's helping them, they're okay with it.
That were literally taught that the Civil War was not about slavery. You literally have all of these white people that had no clue that Juneteenth existed, or why it existed, or how many years it actually took post-emancipation for the last slave to actually be free. Proximity has caused for a lot of the misinformation fed to white people to perpetuate racism, to be dismantled. And so you literally have people that are white nationalists. I need you to follow.
Hey, it's crazy because everything that you listen to her, what she's saying, that was programmed into the whites. The immigrants took that on and they did the same thing, bro. That shit's crazy. They turned around and actually did the same thing. They did the same exact thing.
You literally have people that are white nationalists that are now running the Republican Party, right? Wow. In order for them to bring white people back into subjugation, we have to separate them from minorities, because they are learning truths that causes it to be extremely difficult for us to tell them that Black people are subservient. Because proximity means that you are able to identify where we overlap. Now they're understanding the humanity of minorities.
So we gotta step back.
And now they're not going to go along with the Aryan beliefs that white people are the elite race and they are better than another ethnic group and they deserve to have things by virtue of them being white. Do you see how segregation has nothing to do with Black people and has everything to do with getting white people back in line?
Oh, wow.
Are you understanding what's going on here? Because it's never for the sake of Black people, which is why Black people is like, we cool. Yeah. Segregate, separate, illuminate, elucidate, do whatever you got to do. And that is a very true reality. Because we have only known desegregation. But we have also only known that when we're in your proximity, we are still killed. We are still murdered. We are still mistreated. We are still shunned. We do not have the same access, even though we are in closer proximity. So if our lives have not changed by becoming in closer proximity, why would we continue to be close? Okay, separate us.
Exactly.
But you have white people that are like, no, segregation is wrong. Why? Because your life has changed because of proximity. Are you
and they feel guilty because they know they feel guilty on top of that. So, but they don't know how to make things right. Like that one thing I'm gonna tell you, they're not gonna give up their riches in order to make it right. That's what they not gonna do.
I'm saying to you, do you get this now? Are you tracking? The segregation thing has nothing to do with Black people and everything to do with trying to put white people back in their place. Okay?
Exactly.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
You're welcome. Thank you for explaining and breaking it down to us.
Let's talk about Jim Crow for a moment. Because I hear a lot of people saying like, oh, y'all want segregation. Y'all want to bring segregation back. So basically, y'all asking for Jim Crow to come back. No, let's clear something up really, really quick. During Jim Crow era, they taught the so-called white people were better than so-called Black people. White supremacy was implemented in Jim Crow time. This 2025, the truth is out. Everybody know that so-called whites are not better than so-called Blacks. That's why the main people that's not wanting this segregation to happen is so-called whites. They want to be a part of what we're doing. They want to know what's going on with us. They want to be included. You know why? Because the truth is out. And they know that so-called Blacks are superior to them and always have been. That Jim Crow era BS, that was indoctrination that was being pushed on so-called whites to teach them that they are better than a so-called Black person, that they are smarter than a Black person. So Jim Crow upon the face of the earth. So we are declaring Jim Crow, declaring
And don't
segregations.
be
That means so-called whites, y'all go
tripping.
y'all way, and us so-called blacks will go our way.
Thanks,
That's
bro.
what we're
Thanks for
declaring.
joining.
They fear being separated from so-called black people because we the salt of the earth. We invent everything. We get everything jumping. We are, without us, they would not know what
And
to
we
do,
have, man.
y'all.
We've been taking
So we
care of
have to
like babies
remember
and
during
everything.
Jim Crow times,
We
so-called blacks
still
was
raise.
treated horribly.
Hey, think about it though, right? It's wild how things work. We've been taking care of their kids for so long. Their kids still follow what we do and how we do it. Like that is wild. Like they showed it in CB4. Remember when the damn mayor dude, his son was in there doing all the CB4 raps. You feel me? Straight out of low cast. You feel me? I'm telling you, bro, it's still the same. Ain't shit changed. It just flipped upside down
So
on
bad. And whites were treated so good.
them. You a winner.
I'll be damned we go back to Jim Crow. Because we know the truth now. We know that so-called white people are not superior. It's just a front. It's just a front. It's just a put on. But we know America is falling. And the truth is coming out.
And that's what they
And
scared
these
of.
so-called whites are being exposed for the people that they are and have been for hundreds and hundreds of years. And the hidden hate that they have had towards our people and try to
Bad
still use
influence.
it to today. But we know their false white supremacy is crumbling right before their eyes. Like I said, a kingdom against itself shall fall. And that's what we see in Babylon right now. America is crumbling, is
Said
falling
this years
because they're
ago.
separated. They can't even agree. The kingdom is falling from within. But Jim Crow, his biggest fear, check this out.
See, look, this crazy, right? They say America is falling. I'm gonna tell you though, right? This is how dope we are. So, okay, let me explain it this way. Remember when his sister was trying to destroy Asgard, and you feel me? And Thor was trying to save it, and then he seen his dad from the afterlife come and tell him, bro, Asgard is not. You feel me? The place where it lies don't make Asgard. He said it's the people. The people is what make it what it is. See, us as a people, when we start understanding, we make home where it is. Wherever we step our feet at, that became our home. He said it, man. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. You feel me? Like we make the place what it is. The place isn't nothing until we step on that land and we say, boom, this is our land. This is that. We the ones make it what it is. The land is nothing until we step on it and we become what we are. Because we are making it what it is. We make the United States what it is. Everybody come together as a whole to make it what it is, but it's nothing without us. Nothing. It wouldn't even exist.
Jim Crow biggest fear was so-called black people coming together in unity. Wow. Coming together in unity. And that's even active and alive today in America. They still push that propaganda to separate so-called blacks, to keep us feuding and fighting with one another. Just check out the workplace. You always got a coon somewhere running to the white man's office, snitching on his brother or sister. This was implemented hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago that still has an effect on our people.
Yeah, and that's another thing is like it was embedded. A lot of the things, like even the religions that we choose, a lot of this stuff was embedded in us to where we can't even get away from some of these things. It'd be hard to where somebody speak bad on this thing that was given to you to lay you in a low state of non-understanding. You feel me? You get mad. You'll go off.
When
on
we
them.
say segregation, we're
It's
not
taught to
talking about Jim
protect
Crow, because
the
today
lie.
we're superior. Today, 2025, we are above all nations of people that are upon the face of the earth. So today, it'll be segregation. So-called blacks will be superior. So-called whites will be inferior. It won't be no Jim Crow.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I like our young people. Yeah, you know, for all you older folks out there that had kids and you raised them like this, big ups, bro. Big ups, man. Our kids is not like our parents or like our grandparents. I hate to say it, they raw as hell. They raw. Our kids is raw, bro. And I love it. They be trying to say they stupid. They don't know this. They don't know that. No, that's the problem. They outspoken. They're gonna call it out in your face. They ain't gonna wait to and walk away like we do and go talk about it somewhere else. No, they gonna call it out right there in your face. And hope you say something so they can dig in on you. They hoping. So I'm just saying, bro. Big ups. Congratulations to all of us that raised our kids to be this way. You feel me? I love it. But we jumping over here now. You feel me? Man, don't start tripping on me. I think my computer getting hot. Said there's too many people in here.
And saying that it was cultural, and basically saying that because Black people used to be enslaved and they were dirty, that they have embedded it in their culture, that they need to be more clean. It was fucking weird. I don't know. Here's what I have to say about it. She needs to go.
Hey, which is dope, right? Because like you said, you've been talking about it for the last 8 years, but look how enthused I am on it. And I barely got into this like a couple months ago, which my cousin told me about it probably like a year ago. But like I said, the thing I was doing, it wasn't, I was stepping outside of everything for a minute. But once I came back and I started looking into it, I said, oh, bro, this shit is real. It's all the way real. And I see why a lot of people want to talk bad about it, because they don't want that. They don't, as a people, they don't want us to come together.
Do some research on the African Moors. African Moors went into Europe and literally told the Europeans, like, you need to bathe. There are germs. This is why you're dying. This is why you're having diseases spread like crazy. Get the animals out of your house. Like, they went and taught Europeans how to not be disgusting. Like, what are we talking about? One more thing. I really hate when people talk about Black history as if it started with slavery.
Exactly.
Africa was and is a wealthy continent and had kingdoms, and Mansa Musa was the wealthiest man.
Like, yeah, Mansa Musa was the wealthiest, but our kids is dope, bro, and that's what they try to make it seem. They make it seem like our kids is a problem. But you just heard the African dude say, well, because when I was teaching, Black kids was like this. Bro, they already look at our kids in a certain way. So when a teacher or anybody is being a certain towards way, like my kid gonna call on the phone and, hey, Dad, like this teacher was doing this. I didn't like it. I told him about it right there in front of the teacher. The teacher gonna tell my daughter, who you on the phone with? She said, my mama. She said, well, you need to get off that phone. She said, okay, I'm gonna put my mama on loudspeaker. And shoot, her mama told her, you feel me? If you treat my daughter a certain way, my daughter know to call. I don't care what's going on. I gave her a phone in order so when situations like this happen, she can call home and I can speak for her. So you don't just be telling her anything, getting her to just follow whatever you think is so because you feel some type of way about her. No, we're not going for that. We don't do that. And anytime she need to make that call, she can do it. You feel me? Like, period. That's what she got that phone for. But my daughter is like that. If she know you don't like her and you doing certain things, she's gonna speak up. She's gonna speak up. And like, I'm glad that we instilled that into our kids. Cause like I said, they try to make it seem like our kids ain't shit. Like they running around doing this and they running around doing that. I don't got not one. Like I got 6 kids, 2 step kids. None of them gangbang. None of that. So I'm just saying, they need to stop it. They need to stop it. They be shedding light on our stuff that they don't even understand.
In the world. They had the first major library. They had amazing architecture. They had the Dahomes, which is like the female warriors. Like, there's so much more history there that people ignore and just think everything started at slavery. And that shit drives me crazy.
Most of the stuff y'all consume is Black American culture. Most of the stuff y'all see, hear, listen to, want to wear is Black American culture. Yet y'all give white people your flowers for what? What y'all giving white people your flowers for? Like, I really don't understand. And next time y'all say, I love the 90s style, I love the Y2K style, I love baggy clothes, Black American style. That's Black American culture. Next time y'all say, I love rock music, and y'all think that Elvis Presley, rock music didn't start with Elvis Presley. Rock music started with Black Americans. Country music started with Black Americans. House music started with Black Americans. Techno is Black music. Hip hop is Black music. R&B is Black music. Blues, jazz, gospel is Black music. Everything that y'all consume, most of the stuff is Black music. People dress like Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish is dressed like TLC, The Brat, and MC Light.
Exactly.
But y'all don't know who that is, so the conversation doesn't even make sense. You know, like, I'm so sick and tired of people thinking Black Americans don't have culture when they are the culture. Y'all love the gift and not the giver. Y'all love everything that Black people produce, but y'all don't like Black people. Y'all love everything that Black people give you, but you don't respect Black people. Y'all love everything that Black people, it only exists because of Black people.
Theirs.
You only exist because of Black people.
And I grew up in a world.
Respectful. I know a lot of our kids are very, our kids do be very disrespectful. Some of them do. But, you know, that's the thing. Like, if a grown-up is talking to my child is not going to loud talk or out talk no grown-up. You feel me? Like I said, she's going to make that call. And, okay, you can talk to my parents. Like, you can talk to my parents because, you know, it's different. You know, when a mom telling her, you know, so it's totally different. You feel me? You saying we ain't got control. No, we got full control over our kids. That's the problem. Y'all don't want us to have control over our kids. Y'all want us to keep on teaching our kids this thing that y'all taught us to teach our kids. You feel me? How they did our parents and the grandparents and had them pass their education and their things on to, like, and bro, no, hell no, bro.
Where overt expressions of that were not acceptable. You weren't allowed to generalize on the basis of race because the assumption was each person is an individual. I don't understand when it became okay to generalize about racial groups.
I think while some people have the luxury to be raised only being told to look at individual people, it should be no surprise to you that Black people, in particular Black men, have been taught forever that they have to be careful how they behave around white people, that the way they behave will be interpreted differently, that when they misbehave, it'll be punished differently, that if they laugh too loud, if they walk into a nice store. So with all due respect, Tucker, what was true for you has never been true for lots of people.
I mean, there are a lot of ways to respond to that. One, on a factual basis, and in truth, in a lot of places in this country, the main threat that African Americans face is not from white people, as you perfectly well know.
So I first want to respond to the first comment. I think is while it's true that of course people of color face threats from other people of color, it's also true that white people face the overwhelming threat from white people.
Hey, the look on his face is killing me though. Like he's saying something that's hella real, and then he go, like, open the, you feel me? You know, you ain't gonna be able to get this one. It's like,
well, that is right. People face threats from who they live beside. So I find
exactly.
But I think it's fair to point out that we oughtn't be distasteful and say things like, well, the great threat. It does feed a certain uglier narrative that we don't want. But
why does the truth ever feed a quote ugly narrative?
It is deeply suspicious that people are so quick to say things like the main threat facing African Americans is other African Americans, but you never hear anybody say the main threat facing white people is white people.
So you say, for example, I will have to discuss with my boys whether they can truly be friends with white people. History has provided no reason for people of color to trust white people.
And the argument I make is, look, in a country where it turns out that when the most vulnerable people of color are under threat, those who they count on are nowhere to be seen. If we have a president who marshals forces of hatred and anger and divisiveness and frankly just danger, if the people who call themselves your friends are not going to push back against that, then
why Tucker Carlson? Why he look like he just don't get it? Like he's still not. It's like, I'm telling you, sometimes with these people, it goes in one ear and straight out the other because they don't get it and they never will get it. They'll rather live off the backs of us, you feel me, like they do get it, while still explaining their own homemade narratives that's not even the story, because that's the way you look at it and you don't know how to look outside of that. Crazy, bro. Crazy.
Maybe you can tell me why it is I should trust those people?
Thank you, bro.
When those who count themselves as your friend see that others put you in danger,
right,
it is their opportunity to prove they're your friend. It's fine to be friendly with them, but these are not your friends. Exactly. We live in a country where we oughtn't pretend that these divides have not consistently been on racial grounds. And we see that over and over and over.
That's true. I agree.
When black people are in danger from, say, addiction, we get policing. When white people are in danger from addiction, they get rehabilitation. When black people don't have jobs, we get stories about why we're making the wrong choices. When white people don't have jobs, we get a presidential campaign about the forgotten class.
My fellow white people.
Didn't have to say nothing there because that's just how it is. And that's exactly how it is. Feel me? They start calling us lazy. We ain't got no job and we can't find one because they not letting us in the door. Oh, now we're lazy. And it's like, bro, come on now.
Love and admire a lot of stuff that Black and Indigenous people bring to the table. Some of it's great, some of it's really not. When I was a kid, the big in thing to do was lay out in the sun.
Wait, before I let her finish, let me just say this. This is how you know when shit is a problem. When you gotta explain yourself about another race, it's a problem. We don't, look, foundational Black Americans, we don't explain ourselves about no other race because we never had held or got any animosity towards any other race. So we never had to sit back and go, well, the reason why, you feel me, I feel like we never had to do this. This is what's funny. It's when you have to do this. Bro, come on now.
Tan as possible. Well, I didn't tan except in tiny melanin freckles, but
remember I just said this. I said in the last video, I said, look, they try to tan themselves, they try to do all the different things to try to be this right here while not liking it at the same time.
These days, when I see the dermatologist, it's because something might be turning into cancer. My husband had significant facial work because of youthful tanning. And we all
hey, I'm not, it's not funny, but it is funny because when you're trying to get this color right here and you giving yourself skin cancer from trying to get this, it's like, bro, just stay in your lane, okay? Just stay in your
jazz
lane.
and hip hop and Black fashion sense. We do it with Native American culture and Asian cultures and others too. We admire what people of color produce with their creativity.
Yeah, exactly.
So why do we continue to make life harder for them? It's because cultural admiration and systemic equity are not the same thing. White people have enjoyed the products of Black creativity for a whole lot of years while distracting ourselves from Black struggles. It's called cultural appropriation.
Dang.
Taking the art, the rhythm, the language, or the style of a marginalized group while maintaining or benefiting from the structures that keep that group marginalized. For centuries, our laws and institutions have rewarded white people for keeping racial lines intact in terms of laws and real estate and a lot of things like that. While pop culture rewards us for borrowing whatever's trendy from Black communities. Or for me, it was Asian and Native communities, meditation, fashion, ways of thinking. Think of Elvis, entire genres of music that were built on Black genius, but profited white folks. That pattern runs deep still today. People feel safe copying culture because it's fun and it's profitable and it's supposed to be complementary. But challenging power to protect.
You get to tan it, boy, that skin be looking, you know, I don't know. It just, you know, you messing yourself up for life.
Those creative people is threatening. The short version is that copying doesn't interfere with our privilege, but equality could. Admiring can work for everyone, as long as we're not also stealing or taking credit for.
Isn't it weird that white people love dehumanizing the...
How she know? That's all I'm gonna say. How she know? I don't know how she know. They making videos on us, y'all. Thank you, though. Thank you. I'm just saying thank you. Okay, thank you. But I think I did this video just to kind of show. You feel me? I'm just saying. Give me
But when I was in high school, I wrote a paper about how white people can pick up Black culture when they see fit. Usually when they're younger, and then when they get older, it's outdated. It's like too much, and they let it go and they go back to their white lives. And so this trend of there was once a time is making me think about that, because a lot of these people, not all of them, some of them I'm sure they still have black friends, but a lot of them are like, my life is so different now. I would never do that. They're not saying it explicitly, but it's there saying that I had my time and now I'm ready to be a mom. I'm ready to make sourdough and just live a different life, as if it's something you can just put down. People can't stop being black, but when you're done with black culture, you can do whatever you want.
This might ruffle a few feathers, but truly, I don't really care. When it comes to social media and virality, one of the easiest ways to get famous is be a white man participating in black culture. Now, I'm not going to be broad and just say white people in general, because I think it specifically exists in a space where it's just for white men. We've seen this multiple times. Jack Harlow, there's a white guy that knows how to do urban dances, trending dances that usually were populated by black people or in black culture, whatever. And we as a black community, we go feral. We blow them up, make them so famous. It's oh my gosh, slow down, white chocolate, da, 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 da. Forget that they exist in the same spaces as we do. They're on the same apps. We're in the same country. To get famous is be a white man participating in black culture. Now, I'm not going to be broad and just say white people in general, because I think it specifically exists in a space where it's just for white men. We've seen this multiple times. Jack Harlow, there's a white guy that knows how to do urban dances, trending dances that usually were populated by black people or in black culture, whatever. And we as a black community, we go feral. We blow them up, make them so famous. It's oh my gosh, slow down, white chocolate, da, 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 da. Forget that they exist in the same spaces as we do. They're on the same apps. We're in the same country for the most part. It's why do we place so much more of an emphasis on them participating in our culture than even our own people doing the same exact thing? And even better, I've especially noticed it when it comes to dance, especially Afro dance. Some guy knows how to do a little leg work and it's, oh my God. Do we inherently devalue black culture? So then when we see someone outside of the culture participate in it, it's whoa.
Whenever you ask a white person why they talk like that and they oh, well, I was raised around black people, so that's why I talk like that.
Hey, this is what I was saying right here. This part right here about the way I talk. I like the way I talk. They've been trying to talk like this for years and they still can't get it down. This is me. This is it.
My first thought be, well, bitch, I was raised by black people and I don't talk like that. And then y'all all have the same black voice. So was y'all all raised by the same person? I'm confused. Black people talk in many different dialects. So it's explain. A black person from Chicago don't talk like a black person from Mississippi, that don't talk like a black person from Minnesota, that don't talk like a black person from New York. But y'all all have the same black voice. Are you picking up what the fuck I'm putting down?
European Americans like to be in black spaces for two reasons. One, I actually learned from a European American myself. Shout out to Mike. One, we have never really assimilated to white America. We have always pushed away from white America. We have been comfortable in our skin amongst our people, doing our own thing. And that has always bothered them because they have always had a God complex. We are the superior race. So why don't these black people want to be more like us? If there wasn't such an issue with civil rights and equality, most black people...
Yeah, that is trippy. Yeah. You got some of us that try to be that is wild. Yeah.
Will not conversate with European Americans. We are hostages in our own country. European American culture has always been miserable. This is why even though they can be at the top of the food chain, they are still miserable. And this is why they admire our culture so much and imitate everything that we do, even though we're somehow 15% of the population. European Americans also enjoy black spaces because they never have to conform to blackness. They don't have to prove how black they are and what black things they like to do. They can simply be themselves and we will accept them as they are. That doesn't happen the opposite way around. Number two, European Americans don't even...
And we do that with, we always did that with everybody. You never had to act a certain way to be amongst us. We loved everybody no matter how they was. Even if we had jokes, we just always had jokes about each other. That's just what we do. We joke. But we still gave everybody the love and respect that we wanted. They didn't give it back half the time. I'm just saying.
We feel comfortable in their own spaces amongst European Americans because they see the same behavior. Untrustworthy, very undermining, very sneaky, very backstabbing.
I told you, look, that's what they do. They tell us we ain't got no culture. They tell us don't talk like that. Talking like that is ghetto. And then they start talking like that. You feel me? But the ones that's been talking like that down south, they tried to hide them until, they came out with them dudes that be hunting the alligators. They tried to hide them from the whole world. And then they came out with them dudes that be hunting the alligators, and they said, wait, hold on. I didn't know white people down south talk like this. It's like they kept them dudes out the limelight forever. But they would have somebody like us from deep south with that accent, and they'll put us on. But they kept them hidden. And then they finally just let them out because what's the one white comedian who made it funny? You feel me? He did jokes about it and stuff. The one white dude, I keep forgetting his name. He'd be wearing the hat and shit. But he the one like kind of made it big. He made it popular, using that accent. And then bam, that's when they came out and they started showing them dudes in the bayou, and you going, wait, hold on. I didn't even know they had these kind of white people. I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't even think them kind of white people even existed. And they just came out of nowhere. I'm like going,
this is what I learned from somebody I
the
know.
hell?
He said, I don't even trust them myself, and I'm a white man. That had me cock my head like, oof, well, at least I'm not crazy.
For anyone who doesn't know, what those white women were mocking is called a stroll, which is a group performance routine created by members of the Divine Nine to represent their respective organization. They were also mocking signs and calls which serve a similar purpose. The Divine Nine is made up of 9 historically Black Greek letter organizations under the umbrella of the National Pan-Hellenic Council. Each org has a rich history, and collectively, they've been a staple of Black American culture for over the past century, since the Jim Crow era. There is a rigorous process to get into these organizations, and everyone knows to respect and revere their traditions. Even as a Black person, you would never perform or mimic the stroll of a D9 org that you aren't in. And if an org started strolling at an event or a party, you immediately clear the way for them, no questions asked. And a real Zeta Phi Beta stroll looks like this. See, these strolls and signs were full of flavor, rhythm, and coordination, something that Omega Zeta Pi will never have. And it makes sense because they do say the people who make in fun of others are the ones who are most insecure themselves.
There's a white lady who is so vexed by the idea that white people do not even know basic history, because to some extent it's really stupid and really funny. It's actually arrogant for you as a white person to not even learn in.
I'm not even gonna say nothing. But I talked about this. I talked about this before. Talked about this before, but I'm gonna let it sit there. You feel me? I'm gonna let it sit right there. I'm just saying. You feel me? Hey, we need to get on our jobs. That's what we need to do. We need to get on our stuff. Because people shouldn't even. You're not even here. You're talking about us. You feel me? And people is loving it. And I'm like going, wait, hold on. Where we at? We just in the content being looked at by the content creator that's not one of us, that's talking about us and being able to speak on it. And I'm like going, how? Where did you get your information from? Oh, yeah, okay. You feel me? I digress. I'm going to just say I digress. But I'm seeing a lot of it. And it's like, bro, come on now. We have to get on our job. We have to get on our job, okay? The lane is really about us. It's time for us to come together and start speaking on us. They made the example, okay, hey, hold on, let's take it back. Rewind it. If you are a content creator, jump in the lane, you feel me? Because we know about us. We know about us. We can speak on us. But for other people to speak on us, and it's okay, we can't have that no more. Like, we got to kind of, we got to jump in the lane. You feel me? I'm just saying, if you understand what I'm saying, And on that note, I'm about to be out, bro. About to be out. This is hilarious. Exactly. Exactly. By any means. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro. You seen it. I'm not saying anything, but I'm saying something. I'm just saying. It goes to show your people destroyed your lack of knowledge, and we shouldn't be judging about nobody's whole conversation. Let's see. Hold on. Let me read that. I didn't catch it. Let's see. Brother, sister, let's see. Nobody, this whole conversation is out of order. I'm just letting you know, brother or sister. Wait, hold on. I got to hear everything you said, brother or sister. When my generation was in our 20s, we thought we were different. Every generation thought that until we realized the generation before us accomplished much more. The number of revolts during slavery. Understandable. What's up with it, Master Creator, bro? What it do, man? Let's see. Don't be disobedient, hard-headed, rebellious, stiff-necked, stubborn, and wicked anymore. Hey, you know that it's bro. I'm gonna tell you, it's always a way of doing things. And like I said, when I be doing this, I don't be trying to spread no hate to where we gotta hate a whole bunch of people because we don't have to. You feel me? Why you gonna hate somebody? We just need to learn how to love ourselves. You feel me? Because if your mind ain't right and you ain't right with yourself, how could you be right with anybody else? So that's it, and that's all. That's the easiest way to put it. If your mind ain't right with itself and you're not right with yourself, there's no way you can love anybody else if you don't know how to love yourself. Yourself comes first. Period. That's what it is. Yourself comes first. Everything else is after. For your peace of mind. You feel me? If you get what I'm saying. For your peace of mind. And, in order for you to even be able to consciously share yourself with others or with other things, yourself has to come first. Because, it's almost like somebody that's schizophrenic. You feel me? Trying to give you game or give you a certain understanding, bro. They schizophrenic. They don't know what the hell they talking about. You feel me? They have time they don't even know they self. And a lot of these people that even be out here talking, bro, they don't know they self. They don't love they self. They're doing it, in order to get other people to love them because they don't know how to love them. See, I'm totally different. I love like I always say, bro, I love myself. That's why I can share myself so easily without trying to hide myself. If you go through my channel, you see my family. You go on my Facebook or whatever, Instagram, you see my family. You see me. I don't have to hide none of me. I don't have to come on here and just talk about this and then not talk about my family or my life experience or me living life on an everyday basis, bro. You feel me? I share it all. I don't care. You feel me? I'm open. I'm open because I have nothing to hide. You feel me? And I love myself. And I want you to love yourself. Shit. You love yourself. I'm telling you, ain't nothing to bring you down. Once you start loving you, nothing can make you unhappy. You feel me? You might get a little angry here and there, but nothing will ever be able to steal your happiness. That's why it's your happiness. That's why it's your love. Self-love is the best love. It don't get no better than self-love, bro. And I'm sorry to have to say this, but it's the truth. It don't get no better than self-love. Because when you self-love, nobody can take you out of your zone. Nobody, nothing. You feel me? Why you think they teach us to hate ourselves? This is the first thing that's taught by them is for you to dislike you. Because once you dislike you, you're going to dislike everything else. So self-love is the first love. You feel me? That's the first love. Before any other love comes. Because if you don't love you, how you going to get that love to anybody? Whether it's in a relationship, a friendship, a familyship, a sistership, a mothership, a fathership, any of that. It's impossible. Because you only going to teach them the hate that you already have inside. That's why when you talk about the FBA movement, this is what it's telling you, bro. Fucking love yourself. Love your people. All them lies that they said about us, that wasn't us. All them time they made us turn on ourselves and made us hate ourselves. When they made us when they made me dislike my own people, my people is a mirror of me. They're my reflection. That made me hate myself. because I was one of them. You feel me? We taking that shit back. And we going, wait, hold on. How we not loving ourselves, but everybody else loving everything we doing? Everybody else out there, every move we make, the way we dress, the way we talk, the way we walk, the food we cook, the way we cut our hair. You feel me? Bringing back haircuts from the 70s and the 80s that we had way back, Gumbies and stuff. I can't do it now because I lost my hair in the fight. But I'm just saying, back in them days, they bringing all that shit back. Everything we ever did is starting to come back. You feel me? And play itself again. And now it's being sold to us. Like they take our shit and turn around and sell us our own shit. Tell us it's not cool and then turn around and sell it back to us. And we dummies. We so stupid we buy it. You feel me? We buy it. If you notice, every fire hip hop song that catches your attention, the beat came from a symphony that your parents listened to or your grandparents listened to. This is all they doing. They're taking old beats that came from our parents because the vibration, if you understand vibration, and they put it in that song, and then everybody liked that song, not knowing that that song was made from a song that was made 50 years ago, 30 years ago. That's why everybody can feel it, because that rhythm, that sound, that vibration is what had your parents gigging and made you off that vibration. They made you. This is why they continue using it over and over again. But I'm gonna save that for another time. You feel me? Just understand it. If you think I'm bullshitting, start listening to the songs and then just check out the beat and go back and find that beat. I guarantee you, it's gonna be something an old song that your mom was listening to in like the 70s. You feel me? Dancing when they was gigging off of it. You feel me? Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, all of them did it for years. They did it for years, and they just put our own music back. And like it was showed in Sinners. Sinners showed you that all the music was just one genre of music that we started, and it's all together. You feel me? That's why they had the rhythm, they had the blues, they had the country, they had all of it on one floor in one building. Going, look, this is what it is. But some of these things we don't see and we don't really get. I'm just saying, we get it though. That's why we still love it. You feel me? It don't even matter what the song is saying. A lot of times, it's just that beat and that hook. You feel me? It'll be an old Keith Sweat song, a motherfucker then remade and shit. I mean, they've been doing this shit forever, because when we make something, this is the thing about us. When we make something, let me tell you, when we make something, it becomes godly. It becomes everything that we make and we put out into the world. It's more on the spiritual aspect, the spiritual level that's just bigger than what we think it is. That's how come that once we put it out and that spirit becomes its own entity, they can resell that entity to us 1,000 times. Because, when it comes to spirituality, we only really understand so much. Only so much. We can get fed the same spirit a million different times. That's why they'll say, well, eating sugar gives you the same feeling of cocaine. And then they'll feed you cocaine. And then they'll feed you sugar at the same time. Because they know that each one of these things in life, it creates a feeling within you. Within inside you that makes you kind of keep coming back for that same thing to keep on feeding the high of that feeling. And this is what we do, bro. This is what we do. That's just part of it. But on that note, I'm about to be out of here. You feel me? Everything is spiritual. Like, that's the one thing a lot of people don't know. Everything is spirit because it's being drawn up right here. You feel me? What you mean hip hop is spiritual? Everything is spirit. Look, somebody got on me the other day and said, man ain't the spirit is different. No, in your Bible, it even says it. When God he made man was a whole soul itself, a soul, a spirit, the whole man, like the whole aspect of him. And if you don't think everything is like anything you're looking at, where is it happening at, bro? It's happening right here in your mind. So all is spirit. That's why they control the way we look at things, This is why it's so easily to control and your emotions and your feelings. This is what the rap music even does. It controls your feelings, your emotions. It plays upon your feelings and your emotions. Like in a movie, when you're watching a movie and the movie is saying something and is doing something, it knows how you feel at that moment of something happening. So what do? They put in a little music in order to enhance that feeling. That's why you see females crying at certain parts of a movie when, you feel me, when Lassie died or Bambi Mama died or something, because they know it's already creating that spiritual thing inside of you that you feel for the whole world. So that's why they add the music to it to enhance it and make it stronger. So I'm just saying, you feel me? We used to hit bang on drums and make it rain. You feel me? We used to dance and stomp on the ground and bang on drums and make it rain. Like, think about that. We used to bang on drums and dance and make it rain. We connected to everything. That's it and that's all. But that's exactly, bro. See, and this the one thing you can't say this. You can't. This is the one thing you can't say. I don't like to say it because people don't understand it. But when you break it down and explain it, I always break it down in simple terms. Going that anything that you believe and you make so, you put the stamp on it. It's almost like you the person behind the curtain saying everything is what it is. You the person, even though everything is happening outside of you, you going, I believe I'm a Christian, or I believe I'm a Muslim. I believe I'm black. I believe I'm this. This is you saying this, and you putting a stamp on it. So once you put the stamp on it and you make it yours, it become that. You can't complain about it. So this is why I say when everybody get to the end of their life, they'll fully understand it, and they'll say, oh, damn, I can't blame anybody for any mistakes that I made. Anything that I did, I can't blame white people. I can't blame black people. I can't blame Mexicans. You're not going to be able to blame nobody, because every move that you make, you made it that. You did it. You did it. That's why it took times where you kind of changed it and said, I don't want to do that no more. I'm going to do this over here. Every move, bro. And some of the moves was programmed into you. Like, that's another thing. Some of the things was programmed into us to where we didn't have no choice but to make that move. We didn't have no choice but to believe that, because we was taught to believe that. It was like in the computers, like, you feel me? Like you was programmed in it. Like an Apple phone. Like a Apple phone is programmed. All this shit is made just like the human mind and like the human body. Everything outside of computers, the internet, it all is made just like our mind or like our makeup, because reality has a pattern to it, and that pattern does not change. The way you think, the way everything you do, it's a pattern to everything, bro. And within reality, it does not change, and it won't change. You feel me? It won't. It just be different ways we learn to use it. To worry is a sin. So why should I sin or worry? Innocent, guilty. Exactly. I'm innocent, they guilty. And that's why I said, bro, I don't worry about nothing no more. Ain't no worry in me. We are just people of this land came here. Those people came to us. Yeah. That's and you know, we learning. We got it, bro. We got it. We sure learning. We learning, but. On that note, I'm about to be out of here. I don't know what time it is, because I don't know. We're supposed to go do something. But if we don't, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to take like an hour break, chill out, do whatever I do, and then I'll be right back. And like I said, every time I run these videos, you see I run them live. I don't like because I don't have to write a script. You feel me? I done lived it, been it, and done it. I done lived 1,000 years. Infinite information, infinite knowledge. I don't need a script. I don't not have to write it down. I don't have to read. I'm not ever reading. Anytime you hear me talk, I'm not reading nothing off of nothing. None of that. I don't need a script. I am the script. I said, man, we are the walking Akashic records. So we have access to all information. All information always been ours. You feel me? That's another thing they don't want us to focus on. All information always been ours. We know, but you feel me? Sometimes we don't. But at the same time, I thank y'all, man. I thank y'all for stopping by. I thank y'all for popping in. Hit that like button. There are a whole lot of them people from the continent doing reaction videos. I'll be looking for our people FBA. No, that's what I was saying. I've been trying to get the word out. Like, bro, we got to take this lane over. before they take it over, like people do everything else with us. So we got to hurry up and take it over before they take it over. And if they making money off of us, why shouldn't we make money off of ourselves? If that's the case, which I'm gonna say it again. I thanks for the people that donate. I don't really ask for donations because I can care less because the video gonna do what it's supposed to do. But if you like the content, you want to, that's cool. You can donate. But when you hit that like button, you share, you subscribe. Oh yeah, that's, you feel me? We in the game. We in the game. You don't gotta do nothing else. Then come in and share yourself. Share part of you. You feel me? Like period. Period. You gonna see I'm real different, but I ain't. But I love everybody. I hope you have a good one. I like the way I end these videos in order to get your mind back right before you leave, so you don't be mad when you leave. Don't want nobody to walk away from the live angry at all. You feel me? Go kiss your kids and be happy that we raised them right, that we actually did something. You feel me? We did something that they said we couldn't do or we wasn't doing. You feel me? You be lucky to even be here. You feel me? And learn to love yourself. Fuck everybody else. Fuck what they think about you. You feel me? You learn to love you. Learn to love you. I can't stress it enough. Learn to love you. Once you learn to love you, you'll start seeing the love that you think people is giving you is not really love. But you won't even care no more. You'll start seeing it within not just other people that are around you, but you'll start seeing it in people that be on here making these videos and shit, bro. A lot of them don't really care about us. You feel me? They don't even care about you knowing about yourself because they think they know everything. So they be sitting here trying to give you all who they are and make you into who they are. And you're not. You yourself. You're the best thing that happened to this thing. You feel me? You are. You the best thing that happened to this. And you make people famous. Like, which is dope as shit, bro. I'm just saying. That's some real shit. But all in all, taught me to bow, but man did. Yeah, stand up. Stand up if there's a God in you. Exactly, bro. You feel me? Don't bow to no man. That's another thing. Don't ever bow to now man. You feel me? You are the man. So how you gonna put another man above yourself? I don't care who they is, what they doing. If you put another man above you, yeah, you lost. You lost. Ain't no man above you. I don't care how much money they got. Yeah, the money, you can't, when you leave here, the money stays. It don't go with you. All the cars, the houses, the clothes, none of it go with you. It stays here. So the knowledge that you think everybody is learning, that you think everybody is so smart, stays here. It don't go with you. Everything that you think you made yourself into to be this big thing, that we made them to be this big thing, stays here. It doesn't go with them. You feel me? Period. So don't put no man above you. I don't care what the hell they got, who they is, or what they think they know. You feel me? They not you. They not you, and they will never be you. Period. On period. And I put that on period. They will never. I just hate to say it, bro. We can listen to them, and we can hear what they saying. But once you start putting them above what you are, now you belittling yourself. Now the God that's in you, the image that you were made in, can't shine. It can't shine. You know why? Because you didn't put this man in that position right there to be better than what you should be, the thing that you are. You didn't. Once you give them now you're giving them your power, your energy. You're giving it to them. We don't need to do that no more. That's the same thing we doing that they're saying with the FBA thing. We've been giving everybody our power, everybody. But then we start realizing, hold on, bro, everything we do, like they try to do it, they want to do it, they want to be it. It's like, wait, hold on, bro. Like and somebody said this in the last video. They left a message. They said in the thing, it said if 3 or more come together, that's God. And I said, oh, people don't understand that. This is why they build different sections and they put people in different sections to make, to have belief systems, because they know once a certain amount of people come together, that makes that thing true. That makes it factual. That makes that spirit of that thing strong. And that's what's happening right here, bro. It's just making it strong. That's what we're doing. We're making it strong. You feel me? Despite what anybody say. So let them think, let them say what they want. You feel me? It's not gonna stop nothing. Cause we already woke up. We've been woke. We just been hibernating. That's the problem. We just been hibernating because we've been here before. I'm telling you, bro, we've been here before. I hate to say it, but I'm about to go. I'm gonna check out, and I'm gonna check back in after a while. You know, because it's barely like 3:00. I'm gonna check back in. Like, even if I don't check back in before late, I'm gonna do a late live because I'll be up kind of late. So I'm gonna do another one at probably 9-10 o'clock. So, yeah, do not understand that right there. Do not dim your light, bro. Do not dim your light. If black women don't block people, we'll never be free. Man, if we don't, we gonna be good, bro. I guarantee you, we gonna be good regardless. Like, you're an infinite entity, you're an infinite being, and you wouldn't understand that right now because they teach us about death and all these other different things. No, we're infinite. We always been infinite. And, we'll talk about that on a later date. I'm about to check out, man. I thank y'all. I love y'all. And thanks for joining. If you ain't subbed up, man, sub up because we're going to keep this thing going. Once I get rolling, we do not stop. I just keep it going. And I don't even got to be disrespectful with it. Pay attention. Peace out.